This coconut cake is the best, and you've got to give it a try this Easter. Preheat the oven to 350. We're gonna add in 2.5 cups of plant-based milk. Add in 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar directly into the milk. Whisk it up and then set it aside until it starts to curdle, maybe about 2 minutes. We're gonna start by adding in some all-purpose flour. If you want the recipe, let me know in the comments. Some coconut shreds, granulated sugar, baking soda, and some salt. Now we're gonna whisk everything together and really make sure that it is well combined. Set it aside and bring back your milk mixture. I'm gonna add in some coconut extract, and I have tried to go without it and I've tried to replace it, but this is actually going to be essential to this recipe. Then add in some oil. I'm using a vegetable oil. Then I'm adding in about 1/2 cup of applesauce. I'm gonna use 2 of these because that's what I have on hand. And we're gonna mix everything together. Make sure it is completely well combined. This is what mine is looking like right now. It is quite thick. I'm gonna start gradually adding in my dry mixture, and I wanna make sure that I'm not gonna overmix it. Now evenly pour the batter into 2 round prepared pans. This smells very good and very coconutty. And I'm gonna scrape the bowl with a silicone spatula to make sure I'm not leaving any of this delicious cake batter behind. Give them a little shake so that the batter is evenly distributed in the pan. Place it in the preheated oven. And I'm gonna bake it for about 25 minutes. Remove them from the oven and then poke it with a toothpick to see if it comes out clean. And if it comes out clean, then it has baked all the way through. While I wait for the cakes to cool, I'm going to work on the frosting, and I'm going to use one that is store-bought and happens to be vegan. It's this Pillsbury vanilla. I'll also drop a vanilla buttercream frosting if you want to use that, but I'm going the easy route today. I'm going to add in some coconut extract and some coconut shreds and mix everything together. This is what it should look like when it's all mixed. Now I'm going to take my cakes and gently flip them. I'm gonna put them on a plate. I'm starting with 1, and I'm going to put half of this frosting on top of the cake. I'm starting with 1, and I'm gonna put half of the frosting on top of this layer of the cake. It looks really good and it smells really good. Cannot wait to taste it. And then I'm gonna put the top of the next cake, then flip over the other cake and plop that down as well. And I'm gonna use the rest of the frosting to the top layer. Spread it evenly on the top. You can tell I am definitely not a cake artist, but I promise it's going to be so delicious. It's looking really beautiful, and to top it off, I'm going to toast some extra coconut and show you how I put it on top for decoration. And one of these containers only allows for this much, but if you wanted to do a container and a half so that you could get the edges, then that's what I recommend. I'm going to preheat a pan and add some shredded coconut. If you're using a non-stick, there's no need to add any oil or anything like that. We're looking for some of them to start looking a light brown color, but you want to make sure that it doesn't burn. So once the pan is completely heated, keep mixing continuously until about 1/3 are toasted. And then turn the heat off and allow it to cool because you don't want it to melt your frosting. Just make sure you transfer it to a bowl so it doesn't continue cooking. Now I'm going to add my toasted coconut in a circle around, but not filling in the middle. Here is the final product, and it is so beautiful.